Bonjour everyone and welcome back to another French video by Murat. In today's video we are going to be learning another French verb tense, l'impératif, or known as imperative in French. Let's begin with what l'impératif is, essentially what it's used for and how to be conjugated. In French, there are two ways to use l'impératif. The first way is giving orders or commands to one person or more. These can be polite or rude depending on what is being said and who it's being said to. It is also used when giving advice to one person or more. Now that we know what it's used for, it's time to learn how to conjugate it. It is important to note that l'impératif only exists in three subject pronouns: second person singular, tu, first person plural, nous, and second person plural, vous. These are all conjugated using present tense. But it's important to note that the subject pronouns are excluded, so tu, nous, and vous would not be said or written. For example, if we want to say go, which is our command, allez, not vous allez. Let's take a look at how to conjugate in second person singular for an imperatif, tu. For ER verbs, we remove the ER and add the ending E. In present tense, for tu, we usually add the ending ES. However, for l'impératif, we only add E. For IR verbs, we remove the IR and add the ending IS. And for RE verbs, we remove the RE and add the ending S. Now these are only used for regular verbs. For example, parler becomes parle, speak, finir becomes fini, vendre becomes vont. And also, the subject pronoun tu is excluded. Notice how I did not write tu parles, tu finis, tu vont. Just parle, fini, and vont. Let's move on to conjugating in first person plural, nous. For ER verbs, we remove the ER and add the ending ONS. For IR verbs, remove the IR, add the ending ISSONS. And for RE verbs, remove the RE and add the ending ONS. For example, parler becomes parlons, finir becomes finissons, vendre becomes vendons. Here, the subject pronoun nous is also excluded, so I did not say nous parlons, nous finissons, nous vendons. I just said parlons, finissons, and vendons. The last conjugation is second person plural, vous. For ER verbs, remove the ER and add the ending EZ. For IR verbs, remove the IR and add the ending ISSEZ. And for RE verbs, remove the RE and add the ending EZ. For example, parler becomes parler, finir becomes finissez, vendre becomes vendez. Here also, the subject pronoun vous is excluded, so I did not say vous parlez, vous finissez, vous vendez. You would just write parler, finissez, and vendez. Since these conjugations are used for regular verbs, there are of course going to be exceptions in the imperative. Let's take a look at some of the most common for irregular verb conjugations. Avoir, aille, allons, aillez, aller, va, allons, allez, être, soit, soyons, soyez, savoir, sache, sachons, sachez, vouloir, veuille, voulons, veuillez. The last thing we're going to learn today is how to use l'impératif in negative form. In order to use negative form for l'impératif, there is a specific conjugation rule. Ne plus imperative conjugation plus pas. For example, ne dis pas ce mot. Don't say that word. So we have ne plus imperative conjugation of dire plus pas, and then our extra sentence. The next one is ne fume pas, don't smoke. So we have ne plus imperative conjugation of fumer, fume, and pas. To understand the imperative better, here are some example sentences. First one is allez maintenant. Allez is conjugated in l'impératif. The next one is parle plus fort, speak louder. Parler is conjugated in l'impératif. And last one is soyez positif, be positive. Être is conjugated in the l'impératif. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and like the video. Au revoir mes amis!